Welcome or welcome back to another episode of the For the Healthy Host podcast.
Where we talk about conscious living, self awareness, and everything in between.
I'm your host, Ree.
Sunset Tim.
Thank you for joining us and allowing us to be a part of your journey. How are you?
I was supposed to say that first.
I know I beat you the last couple times.
Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm good. I am. Had some up and down energy this week.
Yeah.
But it's back mellowed out. I'm back on my normal wavelength, my normal frequencies is flowing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how do I put it? I feel something big coming. I don't quite know what though. I don't know why.
Don't know what.
I don't know what. But I feel something coming. Feel like something coming. I feel like I need my food, and I
Need
feel
my
like it's
food.
on the way. But I feel like something good is happening. So maybe
Yeah.
something good for somebody in this room, whether it's me, you, or one of y'all.
Or you, yeah.
Yeah, I feel something big coming for us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody keep me updated on the news. If y'all get something big, just let me know. I can feel it I really can feel it in my spirit. Something big is on the way for somebody
Mm-hmm. Love
in
that.
this room. How about you? How you feeling?
I'm feeling fine. I'm a little upset because you still are in character for Top Boy.
Oh, I already know what you was finna say.
No, but I'm feeling good. Like I told you this
Need my
morning.
peace.
Yeah, this man. Which character
I
are
need
you?
my
You Sully?
peas,
You
man.
Jamie?
I'm definitely not Jack.
Why?
Jack stole the food, man.
Okay,
For no reason, man.
okay. I
So
love
no.
Jack.
Oh, it's cool, man, but it's calm.
Okay,
I'm definitely Jamie, now that you mention it.
Jamie. Yeah, I love Jamie. I was so sad when he died. I'm just like, I know he's coming back. I know.
Real niggas never die.
But like I told you this morning, I'm feeling like myself. As you said, it's been an up and down for me as well, like
Yeah.
emotionally and spiritually. But something I reminded myself, like, yeah, I had the end of my day yesterday was very good, and still have that same energy carried into today.
Hmm.
But like, this shit is non-linear. It literally is. The only thing that is constant is change itself. So I'm feeling good right now. That's how I'm feeling. And I know that this
Feeling good
feeling may
today.
not always be what?
I'm feeling good today. Larry June got a song called it.
Okay, he does.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know this feeling may not always be what it is, but so I'm immersing myself in it.
Facts. And how y'all doing today? From the cubes.
From the cubes. I never say from the cubes, but
You
from the
never do.
cubes.
That's my shit.
That's your line. But from the cubes, just take a minute to check in with yourself. Take a big inhale, then exhale. Becoming grounded in your body, tapping into your emotions, the different parts of your body, and how you actually feel in this moment. And let that feeling wash over you. And with the exhale, release it.
Now, with that being said, what we rapping about today?
Ciao. Today, today we are talking about the isolating part of your healing journey. When I say isolation, I don't mean like literal. Like I don't mean, oh, we in a dark room, doors closed, lights off, it's only us. I mean, you tapped into yourself. You spent more time with yourself because I find for me personally,
Hmm.
in my adulthood, early adulthood, I didn't spend a lot of time alone. And when I was alone, I was never really alone because like the TV was on, like I'm on my phone, something was going on. So I was
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
never alone. So when I say isolation, I just mean you intentionally took time with yourself.
True,
And
true.
along the way, maybe you lost some people. Maybe you lost yourself and found a new you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna be talking about that. The losing people finding peace
Losing
part of
people,
the
finding
healing
peace.
journey. Yeah. I guess my first question for you is, do you feel like isolation is a necessary part of the healing journey?
It's a yes and a no for me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you don't need to go into a complete isolation. You don't gotta go into a complete like hibernation type shit, you know.
Mhm.
I do know you must demand and persistently keep more than enough energy because we no longer giving ourselves bare energy or bare time.
Mhm.
You know, give everybody else our energy and everybody else our time, and we make do with the little parts of it
Right.
because we've made do with little for so long.
Mhm.
We no longer doing that. When we starting our healing journey, we are demanding and persistently giving ourselves time and more than enough energy to actually work on these emotions and bring these emotions front and center. When you starting a healing journey, when you really like, I'm finna like, cause for a lot of people like they hear the term start a healing journey, but don't necessarily know like how to start and where to start, what you do.
Mhm.
For me, it's really just bringing up emotions and events, currently or in your past that have had a defining mark on you, and actually going through and seeing how they have affected you.
Mhm.
That is what, to me, the definition of like what a healing journey actually
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So when you say that I'm finna get my shit together, I'm finna get on my healing journey, you really just dealing with the things of your past. Some things you caused, some things others caused. But we not here to blame them or you. We're just here to deal with what we have in the room with us right now.
Mhm.
That's what we're doing. And that takes a big amount of time and energy. So I do
Mm.
need you to isolate and keep time and a lot of time and energy for you,
Yeah.
because that journey alone brings up so many emotions, and them emotions take a lot out of you.
Yeah.
When you, if you like me, I think about my past, I can get emotional
Yeah.
and I can get sad, I can get angry. You know, them emotions gonna rise during this journey, and them emotions take a lot of like real energy out of you.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about like just to go do normal shit. Like you be tired
Yes.
after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After you get through with them emotions, you be tired and shit,
Yeah.
bruh.
For sure.
So we need more than enough energy so we can get on this healing journey and still keep our normal day to day life together.
Mhm.
So I don't think you have to isolate, but you do got to demand your space and energy. And it's at a no cost. It's a no like no exception.
Non-negotiable.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable.
Nobody gets to cross the line. Nah,
Mhm.
mama, daddy, brother, sister, them kids, friends, job. Nobody gets to cross that line. And if you are, then like every time you let somebody cross the line, you starting the healing journey back over again. Because you not the point of a healing journey is to get better with you. And if you steady putting people above you, then we're not doing the work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're missing the point of the whole thing. So yeah, you don't have to isolate completely, but definitely a little.
I love that.
How about you? How you
Love
feel?
that. Yeah, I think so. I think it's necessary.
Completely?
I don't know. It depends on who you are, but for me, I would say yeah to an
You just be wanting to
extent.
get away from niggas. you just be, you be want
Lucky,
you low key just be wanting to go ahead and hop on the
Lucky.
plane, get to an island, and just
Yeah,
this is something you want to do
yeah.
anyways.
Truly, truly. It goes back to what I said in the beginning. When I say isolate, I don't mean take it literal. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you just spending more time with yourself. On that definition of isolation, like, yeah, you got to create a relationship with yourself. Because
Mm-hmm.
I find for me, there really wasn't a relationship with myself. As I said in the beginning, whenever I was alone, I was actually never really alone. I did everything I could to escape myself. I was always watching a TV show. I was always on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be on social media or literally on the phone talking to somebody. And I think depending on who you are, the degree of isolation is going to vary. Something you said that I love is you have to have the energy for yourself. I think the energy that we give to others, it goes like we underestimate it. I'm talking with this person, I'm doing all of these things, even if it's not physically talking to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
right? That requires energy.
Yeah.
When you're on your phone, that requires energy. When you're watching a TV show, it requires energy.
Mm-hmm. Everything you do, like you just yeah, like you said, we don't have a good estimation on our energy.
Yeah.
We don't be knowing it's gone until that shit low.
Exactly, until you on
Till you
E.
gonna eat,
And that's not
it's
good.
not, bro. It's not.
Something else for me though, when thinking about isolation, I have always had a low social battery and I didn't know it.
Yeah.
Like my social battery has always been pretty low. So I like isolating. I like being alone. And it's like I've created this little world physically, but also like mentally. And I noticed today, like I had a conversation with somebody, and like it's like I see myself like transcend to
Oh.
that. Stop. I see like when I was having that conversation, I'm like, okay, da, da, da. But as soon as I got off the phone, I see myself kind of like transcend back to like here, and I'm like, damn, you've really created this little
Little
world.
pocket world, which take
Yeah,
energy.
which takes energy.
Which takes
Yeah,
fucking energy, man.
yeah.
During your isolation in your healing journey, what's some things you learned about yourself you didn't quite know?
What I learned about myself is that I really enjoy alone time. I grew up an only child,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't remember ever feeling like, oh, I wish I had sisters. I wish I had brothers. Like, and on top of it all, like my mother worked a lot. So I
Yeah.
was at home alone a lot. I mean, from the age like 12.
Yeah.
And I just be in my own little world dancing to. I literally have this memory in my mind where I'm singing and performing. Cause mind you, I want to be a singer at this point. You know,
Yeah.
that's
Little
my
Ray.
future in my head. So I'm like performing "Unfaithful" by Rihanna. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
just
True.
that's
True performing
true
too.
performance. Like ain't
Baby.
nobody there remote and hand
Baby Grammy Award winning performance.
Grammy award winning performance. And not once did I think, oh, I wish someone else was here. Like, I really enjoyed that alone time with myself. And also, I find that in this journey, because the healing journey is forever, also,
Facts.
I feel like my isolation comes in periods, like
Mm.
in waves, I guess I should
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I feel like I just had a wave of isolation here recently, the
Mm-hmm.
past couple months. Whenever I am honing in more on myself, it's just like naturally I'm not talking to people like that. People outside of my home. I'm not talking to people like
Even me.
that. I talk to you every day.
But I've noticed like over the time it'd be like I'll just notice like damn this nigga ain't been around me for about an hour or so. Like you be upstairs, I'll be downstairs.
Okay,
And I just had
yeah.
to notice, like, whoa, like, dang, like, I'm not used to you even, like, we even really being separated really for that long.
Mhm.
So, yeah, during this time period, you have taken, like, even if it's just like an hour and 30 yourself, like, you've been taking that time.
Yeah. I need it. I
Mhm.
crave that time.
I'll let you have it.
Yeah, you do. But also like it whenever I am alone, it heals my inner child because it goes back to me. I go back to that space where I am alone and I'm performing these songs and I'm doing all the things that my inner child loves to do.
Your imagination running wild.
Yeah, imagination running wild. Yes, literally. Imagination is running wild and I feel like I have more room, more energy to create. I feel more inspired when I'm alone. I do like people though. Don't ever get it twisted. I like people. I do, but I like myself too. What else I've learned about myself is that I'm really the shit. Nah, for
Didn't see that
real.
coming.
I'm really the shit. Being bombarded with other people's opinions, social media, there's so much space for you to compare yourself to other people and you focus on what it is that you're lacking.
Mm-hmm.
When it's just me, I'm not on my phone. I'm not talking to hella people. I'm not hearing what other people think about me. I notice all the abundance. I notice all the beautiful things, all the beautiful and ugly parts of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just realized how powerful I really, really am. Like, I'm legitimately the shit.
Agreed.
Last thing, because I really could go on and on about what I've learned. Last thing is that it's going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I think I'll be all right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I'll be okay. Because the truth is, healing journeys, they get really dark. Something you said the other day, you was like, yeah, shit really do get dark because in order for me to see all the positive in myself, I had to shine a light on the dark parts of me. I say I'm worthy because I actually didn't think I was. I say I'm the shit because at one point I didn't actually think I was. I say I'm gonna be okay because at one point I didn't think I was gonna be okay. Why are you looking like
You
that?
talking. You
Oh.
you started to go. There you go.
Um
Yeah. Turn up.
Then you made me lose my train of
My
thought.
bad. I'm sorry. I was impressed.
Within those dark parts of the journey, like you can feel down in the dumps. You can,
Mm-hmm.
cause it's like it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's actually overwhelming when you not even I was gonna say when you look at the whole picture, like okay, I experienced this and this is why I'm like this, and not even that, but sometimes days in itself can be overwhelming. Like I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, but I was just so overwhelmed and like literally all I could do was cry. All I could do was cry. When I was crying, I was just like asking the universe, asking my spirit guides, give me a sign, give me a sign, please give me a sign. I need guidance right now. I need guidance. And boom,
Yeah. Boom.
literally later that day. And that's why I say it's all going to be okay. I'm going to be okay.
Learned that.
I'm going to be okay. I'm guided by spirit, by my ancestors. When I spend that time with myself, I uncover new layers of me. For you, what have you learned about yourself during your isolation period?
One thing I noticed for sure during my isolation was that I was a follower. Not in the sense of like a following ass dude who just like did everything everybody else did.
Mm-hmm.
If I seen somebody crashing out, I knew not to crash out. I didn't follow like Barbados,
Yeah.
but I definitely let everyone else dictate and flow the night, the function, the social gathering. I noticed that I had chosen to take a no opinion, no objective approach to social gathering type
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I objected to nothing that went on.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like no, I don't want to go there. I didn't I rarely ever objected to the things around me. So I wasn't necessarily following dudes verbatim. They act, you know what I mean, what they did.
Yeah.
But I was following whatever the room was on. The night was going. I was just letting everyone else dictate. And I just wasn't really having an opinion. And if I did, I just reserved it to me. I kept it to me. Looking back, that feels like a follow. Even though I'm
Yeah.
not following directly, it feels like a follow. I'm letting other people flow. I felt as if I had to choose the non-objection route, or I'll be left out. That was the fear. That was my fear.
Okay. Okay.
That was definitely something.
It's like you dimmed your light
Yeah, yeah. Just to let the room go as it is,
just
or
to be there.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean. I really didn't have much comfort in being alone.
Okay.
Um, I know you had a lot of comfort. You had a lot of alone time as a kid.
Yeah.
I had three brothers, and I grew up with a big family.
Yeah.
It was never really like an alone moment for me,
Mm-hmm.
ever. I used to create pockets of alone time. I just break away from the function, tell them I'll be back. You know what I mean? I'll be rude, and I just go to the crib and listen to music. You know what I mean? Just duck
Yeah.
off to myself. It would be the
Yeah.
only time. My brother out running the streets. My little brother, he with his friends or whatnot. Mama at work. It would be like the only time I could break and have like a little bit of ISO for Travis. Like
It's like you low key crave that time to yourself though.
I do now, but then I didn't quite notice it.
Yeah, you didn't notice it, but you did though.
I
Like,
did.
cause
I
the
liked
fact
it.
that you had to sneak away.
Yeah, I had to. Sometimes I just wanted to sneak away,
Yeah.
or just like not having an opinion or being so passive to the function to the point where I just don't want to be there no more.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You couldn't do it no more.
That was one thing I noticed. The second thing I noticed, and this is actually a newer thing I found out. I'm not as chill as I try to be, or as I come off as. I am a calm ass dude. I'm
Yeah.
chill,
You pretty calm.
but I'm not the peacemaker that I actually believe I am.
How so?
Back then, I used to try to play peacemaker again to keep the night going, the function going, to keep the group going.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather war inside of me than have one argument out loud types. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
I was that person. Like I tried to keep the peace, even if it meant having war inside with me.
That feels so. I've been there. It feels so constraining.
Yes, like it was horrible.
Yeah.
I'm not the peacemaker I thought I was. I actually like confrontation a lot more than I thought I did.
Yeah.
I did not know it. So many people that we might like gather through history, if you look at the time periods, people we think are like we regard as like peaceful people, loving people, accepting people, really weren't that peaceful at all. They really caused shit all the time, bro. That's what they
Yeah.
did. So many people you think of like Gandhi, another person brought up as a peacemaker. No, he was pretty revolutionary in like what he was standing for.
Yeah.
MLK, like these people as peacemakers, but no, they really came to disturb.
And I think we have to redefine peace too.
I think too often we fight for peace for everyone else but us. And when
Yeah.
you fight for peace for you, it's actually not very peaceful. It's not peaceful when you fight for your peace.
Mhm.
It's only peaceful afterwards. When you have to demand for your peace, that's not a peaceful time usually.
No, the act, especially like during,
Yeah, during it is
nah,
not like no,
it's a
cause
lot of confrontation. It's a lot of tears. It's a lot of sweat.
bro, what fighting for your peace is not peaceful, but it's necessary and it has to be done.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, let me two things I learned about me during isolation.
Okay, okay.
So I'm gonna ask you, how has your healing journey affected your relationships?
At first, there was this disconnect
Mm-hmm.
because you're now, for me personally, I'm now existing as this new and improved version of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, some people will only ever see you for who you were.
Yeah.
And that's a hard pill to swallow. And I found myself trying to, especially in the beginning. Now, like, obviously, I've evolved more, but in the beginning, it's almost like you said, like a war within. Like, I found myself trying to be who they needed me to be
Mm-hmm.
so there we could keep the peace. Like, everything would be cool. But
Yeah.
I was fighting myself, and I just, like, literally could not take it. And just being vulnerable, I think also, especially as a newly healed person,
Yeah.
very judgmental. I'm judging. I was
Oh
very
yeah, yeah,
judgmental
yeah. In the
of
beginning.
of my relationships. Like, oh, they ain't doing it. It's kind of like holier than thou type shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, they ain't doing this.
Yeah,
Like, you
when you
just
first come out of it.
being like super judgy and noticing what they're not doing that you are. That shit ain't good for nobody. It can definitely sever relationships. So I think from both of those, like, people not seeing you, people only seeing you for who you were and not who you are, not embracing. I think relationships were severed from that. And I think by me being overly judgmental, relationships were severed from that
Yeah.
as well. But on a more positive note, I feel like in the long run, my healing journey definitely affected my relationships in a more positive way because the people who were meant to be here are here and those who were not meant to be are not. I am a better version of myself. So quite naturally, I am better in my relationships. I realized this maybe a few months ago because when you think about a healing journey, like, yes, it's about you. Of course, it's about you. But also, it's about your relationships and how you exist in those relationships. How are you impacting the people that you come in contact with? And by me being a better version of myself, I can be a better daughter, a better friend, a better wife, a better mother. I can be a better member of society. What did Biggie say? You can't change the world unless we change ourselves.
They did say that.
Biggie said that in the
He said,
Notorious movie,
now, I don't know if
anyway.
he said it for
I don't
real,
know if he
but
said it
he
in real
said it in the movie
life,
though.
but he said in the movie. But like, no, that's how I feel.
No, I feel you. Some relationships are seasonal. Some relationships need to break off, and
Mm-hmm.
during the break off, you realize that being around this person. What during the break off, you realize like both y'all become better.
Mm-hmm.
Previously around them, they made you feel weak. You left them, and now you feel stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And for them, they noticed since the break off how abusive they may have been, how pushy
Maybe.
they may have been. So now they move with a new level of concern for other people because they abused
Okay.
somebody else
Okay.
before. So a lot of times breakoffs, we think that we're the only one who changed. They might change for the better too. If they really on a healing journey, maybe they noticed how abusive they was. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Then and maybe they've changed now. So
Side note, you said maybe they know how abusive they were. Maybe they know how they made you feel. A lot of times people don't actually fucking know. And I think in
yeah, sometimes
relationships,
they don't know.
yeah, some
No,
people
no.
don't. In relationships, sometimes, we like to ghost people. You like to just grow apart. But sometimes shit need to be said. Shit need to be addressed. Like, I realized, like, damn, they actually may be oblivious to this. People don't think how you think. People are wired differently. And they may actually just not know or may not give a fuck. But you have to let people know how you feel, how they made you feel in this relationship. Because if not, they're gonna keep doing the shit.
Yeah, for sure. With somebody else.
Yeah.
100%, you do gotta let them know. A lot of times it's just a lot easier to just ghost them and get up out of
Yeah.
there. But again, remember you fight for your peace. Remember, fighting for your peace is not always very peaceful. So
No.
you gotta remember that. Definitely stand up for yourself in each relationship. My relationship definitely got affected by my healing journey for sure. It's as if with me, like my family and friends, it's like nobody kind of really knows the new me
I
really as
feel it.
comfortably as they knew the old versions of me.
Yeah.
They don't know, what this me laughs about, what I'm unserious about, what I'm serious about. They knew previously,
Mhm.
but now that I am who I'm meant to be, I've awoken to like the powers that I have in me, my strengths and weaknesses and things of
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
When you get on your journey and you like really reach a level to where it ain't just visibly to you, it ain't just emotionally to you, it ain't just like you that notices like you're different. When everybody else notices you different as well, that's when like the relationships start to change.
Yeah,
That's
for
when
sure.
when
For
everybody
sure.
see like, no, they not the same person no more. When it became evident to my family and friends that like Travis is not the same no more.
Mhm.
He's changed. Like
Yeah.
he does this. He's on this that. When it's just like it was almost like meeting a new person that you kind of already know to an extent. Like the love that I got built with my family and friends is always there, but I'd be a liar if I say it wasn't sometimes awkward moments that we don't know the new versions of us. We don't know the
Yeah.
day to day conversations and
Right.
things we're interested in anymore. It built a level of disconnect between me and my people. It
Mhm.
really has, and
Mhm.
I get emotional when I think about it. I definitely got a cousin that is more like my brother, of course, Tyro.
Yeah.
Um, we used to talk every single like we lived around the corner from each other, so we was at each other's places every day. It was just like normal routine. I could walk to that man's house with my eyes closed, like
Yeah.
this, and my mom moved me away when I was younger, and I kind of quite never really got back into the flow with my
Mhm.
family again.
Mhm.
The rest of my cousins, my brothers, I really just never got back in the flow with them. That everybody went on to start their lives and shit like that, and the reconnect never really kind of took place. So a lot of times I just feel like an oddball in my family. Not quite a black sheep because I'm still the same nigga like that I was. We still got that love, but it's definitely a disconnect. We just don't quite know each other.
It's like an elephant in the elephant
Yeah,
in
it's
the
like an
room.
elephant in the room. We do get around each other. It'd be cool. It'd be straight. But also, it's not. They don't know what to talk about in front of me.
Yeah.
I don't know what to talk about in front of them.
Mhm.
Type shit. You know what I mean? But it was for the best. This version of me is a lot better for me. And they just I ain't gonna say gotta put up with it, but like this
But
is it.
nah,
This is the
yeah.
accept you gotta be. I'm stronger. I was weak. I was indecisive before.
Mhm.
Now I'm solid in who I am as a being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was at lack and now I feel fulfilled. Like this version of me has to be here despite him not having great connections with the people around him. The connection with myself is so much stronger and I just have such a high value for that it is what it is, but I would love to improve it. But if it don't improve, it is what it is, but I would
Yeah.
love to improve it though.
Yeah. I also think though we don't realize how much we impact the people in our lives. Like I was on the phone with my mom the other day and she was just like, I love talking to you. Even though like sometimes it's heavy for me, she was like, I love talking to you. I learn something every time we talk. I learn something new
Yeah,
every
yeah.
time we talk. So it's like you don't know, you can't see yourself the way other people see you. You'll never
True,
know.
true.
You'll never know. And it's really not your job to really know. You'll go fucking crazy
Yeah,
trying to see
yeah.
you how others see you. But yeah, you don't know how you are impacting other people and like your relationships because like you said, this new you is better for you. So I think it's better for the world.
Yeah, better for everybody else. This new me is, but like I said, I'd be a liar if I told you that I don't miss some of the connection
I
that I had back then. I
know.
do. I miss it, but I don't miss it to the point where I'm willing to step back into who I was
Yeah.
just to get that
Yeah.
love I used to have. Because this new
Mhm.
love for me is it's the shit. I can't
Yeah.
turn back from this.
Yeah,
Can't never.
it's way deeper. I feel you. I have moments where I be like, back at home we used to do X, Y,
Yeah,
Z. We
yeah, for
used to
sure.
do like when we lived back at home, we used to have and I totally forgot about this because I'm approaching this like I ain't never really been this social person, but when we lived on what was that street?
What you talking about in the
In the
Sunset
projects,
Projects?
yes.
I can't remember what street.
Magnolia.
Yeah,
When
we
we
lived
lived
on
on
Magnolia.
Magnolia, we used to have a boatload of people at our house all the time.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Like people stay. Our house was low key
Yeah, yeah, it
one
was
of
a
the
little. Yeah,
spots,
yeah.
and I missed it. I miss being around people as much as I love being alone. I crave connection with others, but I
Mhm.
don't crave it to the point where, like you said, I'm willing to reduce myself to something that I'm not
Yeah,
just to be around people.
yeah, yeah,
And I'm not. I ain't thirsty. I ain't never desperate.
yeah,
And I know that my people will come around for who I am now. The
yeah,
people who are at the same energetic wavelength that I'm at will meet me.
yeah, for sure. So, how do you navigate relationships that triggered the unhealed parts of you?
That's a good question. Because I feel like there are certain relationships that you can't part from, like
Yeah,
family.
you can't kick mama.
You can't like you, especially like if you start your journey while you are under the roof of your parents.
Oh yeah.
You can't sever those relationships. And truthfully,
Mhm.
I don't want to. Like I hear a lot of
Yeah,
people
yeah,
say you
yeah.
can just cut your mom off. Like that's been
Somebody
advice
advice you
given to
giving
me
to you.
before.
Well,
I
I
don't
don't
want to
quite
cut
want to
my
let
mom
mom
off.
go.
I don't want to let her go. Although I am this version of myself, right? Sometimes do get triggered. Some things my
Yeah, yeah,
mom
for sure.
says does trigger me. Sometimes, and maybe it ain't even something that someone actually said. Maybe it's something that I seen and it triggered something that was
Yeah,
so
yeah,
deep rooted in me in this unhealed version of myself that like it's still there. Like it takes time. I feel like I'm still becoming. I will always be becoming.
for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah, yeah,
And so it's like I got one foot in and one foot out. And while you're in the cuffs of that, it can be difficult. I found that in the beginning though, not even the beginning, a few months ago, 6 months ago maybe,
hmm,
it would be hard for me to have these conversations, like everyday conversations. Like my mom may say some shit, or whoever may say some shit that triggers something within me, and I'd go off because I'm you attacked me. I'm triggered. You've literally triggered me.
yeah,
But now I'm at a point where, and goes back to what I was saying. Like this shit ain't even about you. Your healing journey is about you, but it ain't about you because healing yourself allows you to move in those relationships the way you need to move. But
hmm.
for me, definitely understanding, trying to see things from her perspective. I think understanding is one of the most underrated. Is it an emotion? What is it? Things?
I don't
What
know.
is understanding? It's not any
It's like a mental.
sentiment.
It's like a
What
mental
is it?
mindset, like
Yeah.
a mental thing.
But it's one of the most underrated things in the world. Like if
Yeah,
you can try to see things from someone else's perspective, you'll never be able to see it fully, but as best as you can maybe begin to understand and
yeah,
move with more empathy and be more gentle and operate and navigate those relationships in a way that is healthy for
yeah.
you and the other party involved.
Hmm.
So definitely understanding. Something else I think about is capacity. If I ain't got the capacity, I ain't
Yep,
finna talk to you. Like,
yep,
it's a
yep.
done deal. My mother said the other day, honestly, I know I have a lot of conversations about me and my mother and just being vulnerable. I am at a point where I like talking to my mom. I
Hmm.
love talking to my mom. And I feel like I don't know, like, that's very healing of me to like be able to say now, like, wow, I like talking to my mom because of these things I'm about to touch on. But like, yeah, capacity. I don't talk to you if My mama show said the other day, one thing about you, baby, if you don't want to talk to you, you ain't gonna answer the phone. And I'm like, wow, yeah, you're right. Like,
True,
if
true
I don't
words, true words.
truly spoken, I won't speak to you. And also boundaries.
Hmm.
Boundaries. I have boundaries, which I feel like boundaries and capacity kind of like go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And my mama get to talking about some shit that just really I know will disrupt my nervous system. I be like, hey, I'll change the subject, or I will blatantly
Mm-hmm.
say, like, I really don't want to hear that. I really don't want to talk about that. But yeah, boundaries, capacity, understanding,
Mm-hmm.
and being non judgmental. I found myself, even in relationships outside of my mom, like just friends, I would be so judgmental. Like, ooh, they did this. I can't be their friend. Ooh, I can't. No. That's how I was maybe a few years ago. And now I'm reeling it back in. I'm just like, everybody got their shit, bruh. Everyone has
Mm-hmm.
their shit. And you have to be like, okay, do I want to be in this relationship? You have to be accepting. Because I've learned to accept these darker parts of myself,
Mm-hmm.
I can accept those parts of others. I can accept the dark parts of other people, especially if it's like not really harming me. And I begin to be so rooted in myself that it's really not. I do get triggered. I'm not gonna lie. I get triggered, but it's not a whole lot that can actually like trigger me like that.
Yeah. Yes.
If that makes sense. So yeah, I know that was long winded, but yeah, everything I just said.
Everything you said was good. It was real too.
Thank you. What about you?
A lot of the same stuff you said. First off, noticing and being aware.
Mm,
Awareness is a big thing. Being aware that this particular person or this event or whatever it might be is triggering something in me. So
yeah.
I need to be like very aware of it. Once I figure out that it is, that I've used my awareness to figure out this is exactly what's going on.
Mhm.
Um, Disconnection. Like how do I disconnect myself in the most peaceful manner from this person, this thing, whatever it is. How do I disconnect myself from it? I know I've already like said that this is causing me to think about bad things and taking
Yeah.
me to a bad energy or frequency I don't like to be at. I'm
Mhm.
finna disconnect. Like, how do I do this in the most peaceful manner? Whether it's getting off the phone with somebody, whether it's leaving the function early before the shit start, whatever it might be, you know what I mean, that you need to do. Hey, y'all, I'm finna head on out. You know what I mean? Whatever, you know what I mean, it might be, however you need to do it, at whatever time it might be. Because remember, like, a good, healthy version of you is better for you and everyone around you.
Agreed.
You don't need to sit there until you done festered up this anger and then you just explode.
Right.
You know what I mean? Before we get to that point, let's just disconnect from the situation.
Mhm.
Another word you brought up, judgmental.
Mhm.
I've always had a struggle with just the term judgmental. I think society has always placed a term on it to where it was almost like a bad thing. Like, are you judging them?
Yeah.
We have to judge everything we do in life.
Okay.
It's not a negative thing to judge. I have to judge if I'm hungry
Yeah.
right now.
That's true.
I have to judge if I need a sweater on when I step outside.
True. True. All true things.
But it's always when we get to judgment towards people, we never want to say I judge. Nigga, I'm judging everybody around me. You come
Yeah.
around me, you getting
I'm
judged.
judging you.
I'm judging you because judgment lets me safely and effectively put the boundaries that me and you need.
Okay.
If I
Okay.
don't judge you, I can't then put the boundaries for us to have a real, safe, healthy relationship.
Okay.
If I don't judge the things that you do, and because we hear the word judgment, we automatically think negative. I could judge you in a positive manner too.
That's true. But see, and that's the thing. Maybe judgment isn't really bad. It's what you do with that
Is
judgment.
there you go, there you go. What you
It's
do
what
with that
happens after
judgment?
the judgment.
If hey, oh boy, I don't quite. I've judged him to be a whatever it might be, arrogant. His energy, his frequencies just don't match with mine. So here we go. Me and him can never be close friends. I know he's a friend of you, and I'm gonna keep him as a friend of you. And when I'm around you, sometimes he's there, and I know my boundaries with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Type
Yeah.
like I've judged him, but I'm not gonna take it to the point where negative judgment. Like this is where negative judgment comes in. You know, I think he's arrogant. Um, any opportunity that anybody ever presents to me that he might be eligible for, I'm not giving to him because I don't like him. That's false judgment. Now you don't need to take your judgment that far to where now you starting to do things that affect that person.
Okay.
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I can't let my judgment go that far
Okay.
because that's just now I'm punishing somebody for what I think of them. And
Okay.
that's negative judgment. When you punish somebody for what you think of them.
Okay.
Me judging you to set the boundaries is not bad though. I hope
True.
I hope when y'all see me, y'all can judge me. You know what I mean? Judge me and whatever boundaries you need to set with me, please, like do that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Agreed.
and let it be known too if you need to. Like, I don't want to be around you if it's the boundary. I don't
Yeah.
want to be crossing
Yeah.
them. Yeah, don't do that with me.
Don't have me out here
Don't
looking
have me.
dumb.
Yeah, cause baby, I can go. Like, I can have a good time with me. I can be, baby. I'm gonna tell you, traffic can be a party of one.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
good little party of one, baby. Don't let me get the
Yeah.
going good. Like, so don't never think that you can't judge me or something like that. Let me know that you got boundaries for me, my boy.
I still don't know if I want to be judged. Don't judge me.
No, judge me all you
Please
want.
don't judge me.
Negative, positive, go ahead, cause you gonna do it regardless.
Yeah, you gonna do it
You gonna do it
regardless.
regardless. Just let me. Don't, like I said, don't keep me in the dark about it. If you don't rock me, don't keep me in the dark about it. Hey,
I
just
don't even want to know. Just stay around. Stay from
well,
around
I mean,
me.
set the boundary and let it be
Yeah.
obvious that like, hey, it's obvious that hey, when me and such and such get together, they be quiet. I see the boundary.
I'm peeping game.
I'm peeping
Yeah.
game, my
Yeah,
boy.
for
Don't
sure.
don't let me be over here over talking. Well, what over
That's
here?
a whole nother
Yeah, it's holding.
subject,
I'm
but I
over
have
here.
learned not to over
I'm
talk.
over here over talking, trying to have a little just a little rendezvous with you. You know what I mean? A little talk with you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Oh, and the whole time I'm getting dryness. Yeah, you can set a boundary. And I ain't even looked at. That's on
Yeah.
me.
Sometimes silence speak louder than words.
Facts.
Yeah, I feel you on that over talking tip. Like I talk a lot to you
Hmm.
and in general, but socially, like your mom used to be like, she thought I was so quiet when she first
Yeah,
met
yeah.
me. Like I'm peeping
Yeah,
game.
yeah, I just got my boundaries up. I can't say this or be like this because I don't quite got my comfort in this room
Yeah,
yet.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So simple things about if somebody triggers a negative point in your healing journey. Yeah, be aware, disconnect. You know, set your boundaries.
Facts.
There it is. There we go.
And boom, there it
There it
is.
is. And with that being said,
With that being said, take as much time as you need to know yourself, to get to know who you are so you can be who you need to be. Because when you are who you are in your purest form, it's better for yourself and better for the world. Don't let nobody tell you different. With that being said, we appreciate you so much for being here. We love you so, so, so much. We're sending you so much peace, so much love, so much abundance, and everything you need in this moment. We'll talk to you next time. Bye. Mwah.
peace.